Back to Justice Unlocked, where we turn legal jargon into coffee shop conversation. Did you know that a single incarcerated father can accumulate over $20,000 in child support debt while earning just 10 cents an hour? Today, we'll unpack that mind blowing paradox and ask, can a system built on pennies really trap a family forever?
Hey Crystal, that statistic always makes my eyebrows do a little dance. I've spent years watching the carceral debt trap turn hope into a revolving door of court filings. In this episode, I'll walk you through the legal mechanics and why the due process clock keeps ticking even behind bars.
Great, because our listeners deserve a roadmap. By the end of the next 10 minutes, you'll know how a missed notice can void an inheritance, how wage exploitation fuels arrears, and what a meta plan looks like when you try to rebuild a life from a prison cell.
Exactly, Crystal. We'll break the story into 3 chapters: the constitutional breach, the economic engine, and the advocacy blueprint that could rewrite the playbook for thousands of families. And don't worry, I'll sprinkle in a few jokes so the heavy stuff feels lighter.
All right, let's dive in. First up, the due process nightmare that starts with a simple piece of mail. Ready, Ronald? So, Ronald, why does a missed notice matter so much for someone like Ronald, the incarcerated father? Isn't it just paperwork?
Crystal, imagine trying to order pizza without ever getting the menu. The 14th Amendment says every person, even behind bars, deserves a fair chance to be heard. When the probate court fails to serve proper notice, it effectively robs a father of his property interest before he even knows the battle has begun.
That's a vivid picture. But here's what's really interesting. The state also pays the father 10 cents an hour for labor. How does that tiny wage feed into a massive debt spiral?
Great question, Crystal. The wage is a legal loophole that lets prisons claim labor without minimum wage protections. When child support calculations still use pre-incarceration earnings, the tiny paycheck can't cover the obligation, so arrears balloon faster than a balloon animal at a birthday party.
And that balloon animal keeps inflating even after release, right? What most people don't realize is that those arrears become legal financial obligations that follow a person forever, limiting housing, credit, and even job prospects.
Exactly. The debt acts like an invisible handcuff. It also fuels a feedback loop. Inability to pay leads to collection actions, which then trigger wage garnishments that further reduce any future earnings, keeping the cycle unbroken.
So the state is simultaneously creating poverty and then punishing that poverty.